Hmm. Hey guys, how are you guys doing today?
Doing good.
Dave in here too. Sam, well here, let's turn up the volume. There we
Uh,
go. Now I can hear you guys.
Cool. I'm doing fine. Hope you are.
Yeah, doing pretty good. Um,
Cool.
yeah, doing pretty good. Trying to get all the things done and
That'll never happen.
no, there's just always new things. Um, okay, so um Sam, I worked a lot more on reporting.
You know what I was going to ask about.
Yeah, I
That's
know,
good
I
to
know.
hear.
So I've got it's not styled at all, but I've got a reporting page where I'm just pulling in um numbers. So all the numbers they just need to be styled now,
Right.
essentially. We've also added in um here I'll probably have to share this. I'll share this funnel page with you guys too. And it was more for referrals. Um, let me see. Do I have it in this one? Same type of thing though. I don't know why I did it in this one first, but maybe I could just what I'm gonna do is so we created a referrals page or referral so people can see what their referrals are, who their referrals are. And we kind of had that information before, but it just wasn't displayed the best. So I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna move this over to restaurant. Uh what snapshot, gonna put it into the also I'll give you guys this link. I mean, I'll give you the link to this I don't know if I can just share a funnel page though. I probably have to share the whole funnel with you. Um and then you can drop it into your accounts as well. So I'm gonna do that. And then I'll show you from the restaurant page instead, I think. Um, oh, so I brought me over to the restaurant one already. Okay, let's just find out. Sorry, gonna go through here. Yeah, so I just need to style for the reporting stuff. I put in some more date, being able to select by dates and stuff like that too. So I'm going to work and try have that all finished up, at least the first version of it this weekend here. Uh, I want to go to the dashboard. So I'm gonna go back up here, get points. It's weird that it like went full screen. I don't think I've seen that happen before. Okay, so if I dropped in referrals there, does it automatically show it? It's a good question. I don't know. I'm asking myself weird questions today. Okay. Um, I put referrals up there, but I don't think I linked up the actual page. Give me 1 second. I had a weird thing happen the other day where we brought in um the loaded the snapshot into another account, and then all the navigation inside the dashboard unlinked itself. It was weird. So, home, yeah, see, look, for some reason, look, the funnel steps are not linked up anymore. I don't know why that would be. Um, rewards dashboard. So if you run into an issue like that, I'm thinking it has to do with something with high level, because we didn't change anything. Redeem points, referrals, submit there. Okay, and then hit publish, save. Yeah, good enough. Okay, now if we go to referrals. Okay, it has a different header because I just brought that in. But essentially, we can load in a referrals page that will show them their referrals, their leads, and their invites for anybody who's referred through the page. So, like, let's say, for example, we went through, or this would be your personal ones or personal ones. So if I went to earn rewards, and then I referred a friend. Here, let's go. Stevie Jenkins. Hopefully that's not somebody's actual email address. It's just or someone's actual phone number. In probably like a minute or so, we would see referrals under here under invites. Once it processes, anyways. Assuming everything is working how I said it should. Well, it's work in progress. Oh no, I'm sure it'll I'm sure it's gonna go. Just let's see if I go back here, I want to see if it shows up in the leaderboard here. Leaderboard. No, it doesn't have, or maybe it does. Yeah, so it shows there. So then it should show. Oh, there we go. So that we can see our referrals here when we referred them, the name and the email address of the person that we referred. That's just really for a so people can keep track themselves so they can see what their referrals are and everything like that. That makes sense. And then I know for but one, I put this together for you because I mean I put this together for everybody, but I'll paste this into chat here as well. And this is kind of an overview of how promotions work throughout the system. Now, Sam, I know you guys are doing it a little bit different because you're taking each promotion and sending it out on its own.
Right.
Uh, as so this doesn't necessarily apply to you. But this is the way that we usually do it. Here we've got basically I just kind of went through and described each section of the promotions manager when you create a promotion, telling you what each section does within there. So create a promotion and then fill out all the details and kind of went into more details about each section there. And this applies to every one of the promotions you create or offers that you create in there. It's just I'm just kind of focusing on the in-house promotion for this example. So then after you create that promotion, you would send traffic over to the one of the registration page here. So I have either you're going to use a QR code, which will send them over to a QR code. Actually, I put it so either they come in through a QR code or actually this, let's put this over here because they could come in through here as well. Oh, is that to the whimsical one that I just posted?
Yeah.
Dave,
Yeah. Yeah, it says no access.
let's see. Get shareable link. Anyone with a link has no access. Why would they do, hey, here's a shareable link, but you can't have access? Yeah, okay. So here. see if that makes any difference. Is it the same link now? Yeah, same link, but anybody can view it. Yeah, okay.
Got
So
it, got
customer
it, got
comes
it.
in either through a QR code or through social media. We've got the printables page here, printables loyalty. So I put the name of where you'd find those pages inside of here as well, so you can go directly to it. Here's your funnel page. It's going to have your domain, whatever you put in there, slash in-house offer. That's where the in-house one is. And now if we zoom in, we'll see, there's the print campaign, PVC campaign, referral campaign. Those are all just different funnel pages plus the registration page there just for the default one as well. So when someone subscribes, it's gonna load up that page, and then it's gonna trigger a workflow. Once they fill out that form, it's gonna trigger a workflow. Welcome to. It's also gonna add them to either the 60-day follow-up sequence or the expire coupon. Depends on whether you have expire coupons turned on in the custom values or not. If you have expire coupons turned on in custom values, then it'll add them, it'll remove them from the 60-day follow-up sequence. It should, and then it'll add them to the expire coupon one instead, which will expire the coupon after 14 days. So it has just a little bit different messaging. Then once they're subscribed, it's going to send them the link to the page, which is going to be the link to their promotions page, where they can see all the promotions they have access to, promotions, offers, events, kind of thing. And that they click on an event, they can click on a coupon. It will load up this, and then they can redeem the coupon there. Just details. So the events one will show an events one, and then the info one will only show events. So it's just kind of a better, just like slight more of an overview of how the system works, with a bit more description in there visually, rather than just writing it out in a Google Doc, being like, hey, here's how promotions work. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys.
Mhm.
Yes, works fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Cool. And then I'm going to record a video going through that as well. So I'll go through and explain it as well, but just have two different versions where it's where we explain it a little bit better for everybody. And yeah, so there's those three things. So we're working on the reporting stuff, working on that, and then we're also working on a thing to do tiered rewards too. So you can create different membership packages. Haven't fully fleshed that out yet, but different membership packages. And then when somebody purchases that membership package, you can set it to give them points every month that they can then redeem. And then we'll tie that into promotions as well. So then we can do those like the paid restaurant campaigns, where where the restaurants and stuff like that, they have membership. We're actually building it out for a spa that wants to do it. They essentially have customers who are on they come in every month and they're paying hundreds of dollars, like up to, like, some people are paying like $500 to $2,500 a month already, just for getting Botox and all the things that they get, right? They're getting all those treatments and stuff done. They want to create a membership package where they'll just pay every month, and then they can essentially just redeem vouchers and bring them in, or just check it off when they actually get that service done. So implementing that in there, I think that'll be cool. Yeah, and that's and then I had a really good chat with someone else the other day about creating, for give points, just doing an upgrade on that too, instead of just having give points, having preset point values, especially for, like, so we were talking more about staff, if they wanted to. So some of the problems, like, we always run into is, I mean, with every industry, is just trying to integrate with everybody's POS, right? And being like, hey, will this POS work or whatever. So instead, having it so when we do give points, it'll actually go over to another page where we have preset values of points that you've created, saying, okay, we're going to give 1,000 points for a Google review. We're going to give 500 points for them checking in. We're going to give them different points that the staff can manually do. They can give those points manually and then have like a bit of a checkout type thing to give those points. And then they can also give them it'll give them a little interface for saying, okay, they spent this many dollars on their service today, and then hit checkout, and it'll give them points for the service plus what other points that they earned throughout the for actions that they did. But that'll be done manually anyway. Okay. So that's my kind of little update of what we're working on, and I will hand it over to you guys to ask me any questions you got. Juan, shoot.
Yes, thank you. I was telling you that I was not able to get the promotions, all the images at my snapshot. So I don't know.
Oh yeah.
What I am missing.
So you just want like some default example promotion?
Yes, having an example would be easier to understand.
Oh, you know what? Here, let me go to canva.com. I will give you guys a link. I'll actually put in the doc as well. I don't know if we have, I don't think we have it in there, but let's go to just gonna look for it here. So I've got a bunch of there's a bunch that we created, and then yeah, you probably want to just, or I'll give you, I'll share this link with you. Anyone with link can view, can comment, can edit. Is it a template link?
Yes.
Just yeah, I'll share my screen. I'm not super great with Canva. So would I share a template link?
Yes.
Canva?
Yes, and then we can copy it and edit it.
So there's one. I know I've got another one as well. So this has got some photos and logos from a client that we have there. So maybe, but you can use that kind of as just some templates as an example. And then I know I've got another one around here somewhere too. Let me find it.
Okay, so what I understand is that we have to upload these examples, right? Because when we download the snapshot, there are no promotions like included in the snapshot.
No, so you have to create those promotions.
Oh, okay, great.
For yourself, because every business is going to be different. Every industry is going to be different for whatever you want to create, right?
Sure.
Let's see. Oh yeah, here's another good one. And then you can go through, yeah, here's another list of
that works.
Different promos and stuff as well. But yeah, you can make any graphics for your clients that you want. The only recommendation I have is that you keep them similar size. Like it looks better on your promotions page if they're like all square, or they're all 1280 by 720 or something like that. Or the Facebook share size, which is like 1200 by 630 or something. Keeping them all the same, that way it just looks uniform on your page. It starts to get pretty messed up. It starts to look more messed up when you have a bunch of different sizes and looks and stuff like that. So trying to keep them as uniform as possible.
Great. Okay, that's it for me. Thank you very much, Jason.
You're welcome. I'm going to put that into the Google Doc here too right now. And then so I know we got Tom, were you talking with a restaurant? You're talking with your friend there. What or was it home services?
Yeah, he's commercial services, but we're helping home services and commercial services. And I'm so new here, I don't even know what I don't know. But seriously.
Yeah, so essentially on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we just kind of answer any questions that you might have, like even about high level or our systems, if you're trying to get something done.
Hey, I guess at this point, if there was any way, just like Juan, he was like, "Hey, if you could show me something, it would be a lot better for me to at least get my mind around it. If you could show me a couple of reference or referral programs of some sort, I want to do a B2B commercial referral program. That's my number one thing.
Yeah.
And also, I was wondering if there's somebody that you work with or I could work with and pay to have them help me set this up or something.
Yeah, you can,
I'm certainly okay.
I'll send you a message about that
That would be great, man. That would be
afterwards,
awesome.
and we can figure it. We can get something set up there too.
Okay.
Yeah, our
I'm
team
excited.
helps.
I'm
We'll
really
help do some
excited, man.
setups and stuff for you too.
Sweet, sweet. Yeah.
So
I got some, hey, you know, the thing is I got some appointments with some, freaking franchises, two
Yeah.
big organizations, couple hundred apiece. And
okay.
they scare the crap out of me. You don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm really excited. So that's it. And this is
Okay.
my first event here. It's good stuff.
Yeah, so we put together I haven't actually released this one to any buddy, like we've got it installed in a couple agencies. But we've just kind of been going through and just making sure things are working properly here too. We did a home services one, which just has, it's just, we changed background, changed stuff like that, changed graphics, and there's just different ways that you use things. So with restaurants, for example, we're sending people to a VIP login page, whereas with like home services, we want the referrals to contact us, right? So
Right.
we do have this back end here, which I'm gonna open this up. It's essentially the same thing as this right here. So this one here is restaurants still, but it's the identical backends.
Okay.
So what we have here is just our login backend. This is what customers will get when they first sign up to the rewards program, or referrals. You can position it however you want. Hey, would you give us a referral? And then here, click this link. It'll take them over. They can just have to press the button, and they'll be able to log in. Then they can go to their rewards. They can see how many points that they have for the referrals. I don't know why this went to another line. I'm gonna have to take a look at that. But just some kind of graphic thing there. But this will essentially show them the points that they've earned for referrals and stuff like that.
Wow.
If they click on earn rewards, it's going to show them this is their referral link here. They have a QR code they can share out. They can fill out a form and refer a friend that way, or they can share out on social media. So
Hey, I love it. Hey, real quick, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but if there's any way that you could send me a couple snaps of this, just snap this whole page. I got a presentation tomorrow morning, and I got to show a couple things. If I could show a couple slides, man, that would really.
Let's
this
go.
is sexy.
Yeah.
This is really sexy, man. I can use your help on just at least let me show a couple things, and we'll figure it out next week. But this is really sharp, guy. I'm really excited about this, man. Damn.
I want to make sure.
Sorry, other guy.
I'm gonna sorry, I just got to do. I wonder if I can do add to it right here. There we go. Tori, I just tagged you in a comment that I just made that had the SOP doc in there for you.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
The same one. I just added Canva links to it. There's and then the new thing that we just added, we're adding in here is the referrals too. Then you'll see your referrals, your referrals, leads, and invites for anybody who's referred to, which I think will just make the system more robust for those people as well.
Okay.
And then here's the SOP. This applies to most systems, but I do talk mostly about restaurants in this one. But the only real difference that we have between restaurants and the other industries is just the way that we're referring people with home services, with hair salons. We're referring people to a work with us page where it's like basically a landing page. So you don't have to use the work with us page. All that you probably want to use is the work with us form that you can put onto any landing page. You can also go and design this landing page to be whatever you want. And we could probably, I've been thinking lately we can have, this is essentially your offer page. So maybe we update this to make it look a little bit better. for specific industries, because I've seen some really good offer landing pages, and while this page I think works, I think we can make it, some of the stuff that we've done in the past for offers can look a little bit better for those industries. So I was talking with our team yesterday saying that we should update those pages. But you have full reign of whatever you want to put on this page. Just all you want to do is just keep this form. So you could do anything on this page that you want. Here, I think this one still shows a little bit of hair design stuff on there, but just swap out graphics, swap out whatever, or just get rid of it at all together. Like, I mean, I've done so, I should find some of the ones we've done in the past too for just for offers, but I think it would make sense. But that's essentially the difference. And then we're adding more stuff we have the leaderboard and everything as well, which isn't on this one. I don't have it displayed on this page just yet, but the leaderboard is good, and we'll have all the reporting and everything in there too. So
Okay.
so it'll be better. There we can see our rewards, our points. We can manage our rewards, and we're building this out. So building this out more so that staff can actually, and we'll make it so that staff can actually you can load this up on a computer, you can load this up on a tablet, and then they can get access to what pages they want or they need in order to run things. So like saying manage redemptions, they can see anytime somebody's or redeemed for points. We also have redeemed coupons here, so you can see every time somebody's redeemed a coupon, what date and time that coupon's been redeemed and their contact, and you click that, it'll take them over to their contact inside of High Level and that kind of thing too. So the business would have to be logged in to High Level in order to access that contact data, but they can then send a message or whatever they want to do through there anyway. Yeah, that's
Okay.
kind of a bit of an overview of it there, but I'll snap some shots. Yeah, Chandel and I were actually just talking about that this morning. And I mentioned that you said that the other day. Could we do like a one sheet that kind of has an overview of like the dashboard and something like that? Maybe it might end up being a couple sheets that people can see, you know. Because we've got a number of clients, so we want to send some stuff out to as well, just so they can get a better idea of that and pricing and whatever. I'll share this again too. Actually, what I should do is I'm going to put this all into the SOP doc. Oh, I didn't mean to flip away from here, but this loyalty and rewards presentation SOP, or not the SOP, but it's a slide deck.
Really?
That'd be
So
great. I'd
you'd
love to
probably
have
go
that.
through and change your logos and stuff, but it has you might have to change a couple different images with it as well. We'll take a look at updating this. I'm gonna put this in here too.
Are you gonna send this out when we get through today?
What's that?
Are
Sorry.
you gonna send this page out to us?
Oh yeah. I put it in chat there as well.
Okay.
I think
I still don't see
I
it.
gotta figure a way out how to send it out better, because I know I keep sharing it every I keep sharing it. But I think there's got to be a more efficient way for everybody to get a hold of it. Well, let's take a look right now too. While we're here, I'm gonna go back here. This one, let's go back to fresh leads. Let me take a look, because maybe I'll put it under training and resources right now. And then everyone will have access to it. So let's go to, I'll just go update the navigation, and we'll drop this into here. Equals do.
Um, yeah. And then this will be yeah, I wish I call it a rewards SOP setup dot. Yeah. Okay, so everybody should, if you go now, if you go to your agency view, if you log into our backend here, it will be under training and resources. Oh, maybe it's under, I probably have to put that on one more page. Skill rewards. The rewards SOP doc. Should put a space after
Okay.
because that will that'll be better looking. And then I'm going to copy this. And so when I built our system, we have two different kind of templating systems for it. And then one's the old one, one's the new one. And I still need to update the old one. So there we go. Training resources, rewards SOP doc, open up, go to the Googles.
Beautiful.
There we go. And then I'm moving. It's slow process, but I'm getting all the videos and everything put into the training, the rewards section as well.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
It's there. Good. Cool.
Yeah. Hey, Skull and Danica. Good to see you guys. I've been thinking about you guys. See all the food posts you guys have been posting.
What's going on, man? How you been?
Oh, doing good. Doing good.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just told Danica because we haven't been catching it. So we've been kind of out of touch. But I think we have a lot of questions that we know you guys can help us with. And one in particular, and Danica, you can jump in at any time to kind of help me out. But one in particular that we've been struggling with is onboarding.
Okay.
I'm really trying to figure out, and I told her that I would get with you to try to figure out the best way, because we're about to make a big push with this thing.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of afraid to at this point because I don't want the onboarding to get in the way. We got to figure out a system to onboard so that way it doesn't become a headache for us, but and then the client doesn't suffer as well. So, Danica, would you agree right now that's the biggest thing right now?
Yeah, you're correct about that. And by the way, hello.
Hello. Good to see you guys again.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, so what with onboarding, what, and I know we've been going through and doing some I've been doing some one-on-one help with onboarding, but what can we do that will make, like, where are you getting stuck when it comes to onboarding?
So for me, excuse me, for me, because I do most of the onboarding once she's selling. For me, what's happening is a lot of them have like some contacts already,
Yeah.
but they don't. Well, it's restaurant owners, and then one is the pet grooming lady. They don't really have the time to import all of this stuff. I set up a Google sheet, and I thought that was going to be the greatest thing ever. I set up a Google sheet and asked them on their own time to go in and fill out all the information I need, and then I can then import it into the system or whatever.
Yeah.
But that seemed to be a problem too. So I'm telling Danica that we probably need to just go ahead and get them signed up, and then let the system start going, and from there get them import all of the stuff later maybe. But it seems
all
like
his trying to get all their contacts imported up front.
Yeah, because like
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, but one of the guys, a big selling point for him is that right now he's manually through his iPhone creating like group text and sending out to his whole list one by one at a time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Are you can you export out his list from his system?
Well, he doesn't have a system. He's doing that from his phone.
Well, he actually does say that he
Oh.
has I think through the POS system, he has
Okay.
some there, and then he's trying to go into his Google Cloud, Cloud or something. So it's kind of all over the place.
Yeah,
But
I
that particular
would
guy.
totally be like, hey, we're gonna get this system set. I'm literally setting up it's a different thing, but same type of thing. It's we're starting Facebook ads campaigns for another client. They're not using the reward system, but we're just generating leads for them. But same thing, they've got 3,500 leads in another system. But they don't want to bring them all in, and trying to get to figure out, because they've got notes and a whole bunch of other stuff in there. And then what we've been saying is, okay, well, let's just get the system rolling. Like, let's start generating your leads in the new system, and then we'll figure out how to get those older contacts back in or get them in afterwards, right? Just so they get up and running, without being like that being like a hang up of like, hey, we need to get all your old, you need to get everybody else in before we can start running this.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So you can get posters for them so that people can sign up in you could do posters with like in-house, like a QR code, get them set up with that. For a few dollars, you can probably get, for $10, you could probably get 10 posters printed kind of thing, and get them put up in their restaurant. A little thing by the till, join the VIP program, earn rewards, and you can put whatever promotion you want on there as well. But get people starting to sign up, even if the restaurant does table talkers, stuff like that as well. And I used to charge clients for that as well. So like, even if they're doing takeout orders, or I do charge clients to get those stuff printed. If they don't want to go and get it printed themselves, like, we'll design it and get it printed for them. Do 1,000 business cards, or get those printed with QR code on it, and they can drop that into every to-go order, to get people signed up. So there's ways to get them using the system, and then move over those contacts, because you're essentially waiting for him, right, to get his contacts moved over.
Yeah, and Janika, I think his son is supposed to help him, but either way, it's just been a drag, and so we've still been talking to him since we talked to you earlier, about it, and we still.
Well, I went yesterday just to check up on him, and so he did say that his son was there, so I'm gonna now make more contact through the son, because they do have their hands in quite a lot. But I just told him, I said, look, if you need me to help you, I can. So I think he realized, like, yeah, I need to get this ball rolling. So he got his son involved, and they're gonna print out what they have, I believe, in the POS, and he's gonna continue to work with another son who's a little more tech savvy to get his messages or his contacts through his cloud or something like that he was mentioning. So I'm going to push a little more, but I would like a better way, as Scholar just mentioned, just to onboard these clients.
So that's kind of, we definitely have experience doing that, but it's definitely an outside of like the reward system itself. How do we get those customers from that customer and get them into high level? Getting them to put it into a spreadsheet. Like, I've gone into some of our clients' restaurants, and I'm like, let me access your POS, and I'm going to see how we can get this exported, because lots of times they have no idea, and it depends on what their POS is, right? I've had to sit down and try and, okay, well, let's export this list of 10,000 customers that you had from the past like 10 years. And then you might not even want to import that many from the last 10 years, because a lot of those people have changed and everything there too. But I agree with one of the and doing anything in your agency where you're relying on the customer themselves to provide you that data, to provide you that content, provide you those contacts, is going to slow things up. So that's why in our agency, I like to get them up and running as soon as possible. Even if they don't import that list of contacts, let's start getting them new contacts in there, as soon as possible, so they get on the system and they start using it. And then we figure out how we can get those contacts in there. Like, even for example, why my suggestion of using a subdomain on a domain that you own to getting them started, just because it's speed, right? So we can get them set up faster and get them rolling faster, rather than again, trying to get them to give you their domain name and get access to their registrar so you can add a subdomain to their system. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
just trying to get things done and rolling for them as quickly as possible, and then have to figure out, okay, well, here we're going to figure out how to get all your customers in, so
So
you can stop messaging them the other way. But that might
right.
be some additional thing. That might be where you have to have an additional setup, or or just because if you get them on the system at $300 a month, you're going to make $3,600 this year off them. You go spend the time and help them get that customer list in.
Yeah. So exactly what you said, Jason, is pretty much where I'm at with the thinking. The issue that I find is one, the A2P A is it A2P or APT? Whatever.
A2P.
Yeah. The setup with that, getting them a number, getting all so I told Danica I'm trying to figure out on the back end how, because one of the reasons why we have been off of the calls is you got to remember I have the design company as well.
Yeah.
So I off a big deadline project with a web design.
Oh, I
So
hear you. Yeah.
so I need to be able to have that where it's not overwhelming either of us, because Danica has a full-time job as well.
Yeah.
So yeah. So
I'm going to I'll talk. I've got a buddy, Jake, who he has set up someone on his team that will do the A2P registrations for you. I
okay.
think they charge $100,
Okay.
and they will get the A2P registration done for you. I'll reach out to them and see if they're still doing it. I'll see if they're still doing it, because it's not too complicated, but it does take you like half an hour to go through and fill out all the details, and just make sure it's set up. And then I've got it to a point. Yeah. So with about half an hour, we can go through and make sure everything is set up, and then run it, and then it gets verified, and that's why I put that A2P doc in there, but it is definitely work. So you could get someone on your team to do it, or else I'll talk to Jake and see if they're still doing that, or if they kind of ramped it up, because I know they were doing it for a couple of people. And he was mentioning that they wanted to offer it to more people, but I didn't hear where that went yet.
Yeah, and Danica and I actually just reached out to well, I think we narrowed it down to two prospects to bring some VAs on board to help. And I'm just trying to put the system around build the logistics around the future, because I'm about to shoot a really cool ad that I think is going to blow it out the water. And
Nice.
I want to be ready for the influx. I don't want the service to suffer because we didn't think ahead.
Yeah. And that's where getting those clients on, understanding how you set them up with it, because it's essentially filling out, you have to fill out the details. A2P, definitely something that it's a bit of a bottleneck for everybody, but once you get those people on there, I think for half an hour to get it set up, and it's essentially the same every time, but we've been able to get it set up, and then 2 days later it's approved. So while you're doing that, they pay their first invoice, tell them it's going to take a little bit of setup to get those, or you guys will be up and running in 5 days kind of thing. We'll just get everything imported. I completely understand with getting contacts into the system, that whenever you're relying on the business themselves to provide you information, you probably know just from designing websites for people.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, can you guys give me your content for your website? Like, what do you want to put in here? What do you want to say?
Right.
And 3 months later, they still haven't given you anything.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's like that, right? So the more stuff that we can include into our setup to get them rolling, the faster you'll be up and running anyway.
Now I know you had a somewhat of an automation for the custom values and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yep. So I think that would help as well, because maybe I can build a website around that, a registration website, so that they can put all this stuff in there. I don't know if that's how your thing works.
Yeah, yeah, it does. It does. I was just talking with we have a mastermind. I have a mastermind that we have with um other agency owners who are doing well with SaaS and getting their customers on board and stuff like that. And they have they're on average between 40 and 120 clients that they have in their SaaS systems right now. And they're all saying, like, if for their onboarding, they still have people doing a one-on-one face to face, getting them set up, or they start rolling out as you start scaling, they start doing group onboardings, so it's like somebody signs up, okay, next Monday we're starting group, every Monday they start a new group training where they roll everybody through. So I think there is some merit to having the forms that they can fill out. And they can do that through the system right now too. I mean, in our back end here in the leaderboard, where is it? But yeah, so we have the custom values updater as well. So I'll just so we have the rewards leaderboard. If you go to settings, there are a few things here too. So points, social, and business. Oh, share my screen. So points, social, and business, and this was where they'd also update rewards and promotions too if they are getting in and doing stuff themselves. I guess it depends on how you're going to run the whole thing, but yeah.
Yeah, I think another issue is Danica from Miss Melvin, where she has like a custom creation. What's her business, Danica? Danica?
Hello?
She
Oh, I was talking. You didn't hear me? I'm sorry. Yeah.
Miss, what's her business?
Ms. Nelvin?
Yeah.
That's like baskets, gift baskets.
Yeah, so she wants to actually I was kind of trying to talk her out of doing it because I wasn't sure at the price point she would benefit from it.
Right.
When Danica went to talk her down, she said she wants to do it. So
Okay.
yeah, with her, she's an older lady, so she's not tech savvy and things of that nature. So I'm trying to make the UX, I guess, as easy as possible. For instance, if I sign up for I'm gonna just say Adobe because that's one of the things that
Yeah.
I have. I don't hardly talk to anybody unless there's a real issue. I'm wondering if there's an opportunity then, whereas someone comes to the website and they like it. My salespeople already talked to them and now they're ready to go. I'm wondering if we can create something that's kind of automated like that, and then at any point, I can create like a customer success team that checks in with them. Hey, you have any issues? Okay, we can walk you through that. But I'm wondering if there's an opportunity to automate a lot of that stuff where they can do it themselves with ease.
Yeah, you would need to definitely have a lot more videos and training on going through each step and setting up their system.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
There's the amount of, and that's where you have to I mean Adobe's got like a huge team of people building out all their systems and everything, right, too. But so how do, like, most of the agencies that I talk with, and the ones who are doing well selling everything, they still do a lot of stuff, not one-on-one, not necessarily one-on-one, but even for example, high level. When you get into high level, you get messages from their success team being like, let's schedule your call so we can get you on board and set up.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And they pester you for like 3 weeks to make sure that you get set up, because the truth is, if you can get them set up and running, they're going to stick with you.
Yep.
if you're gonna try and make, you want to get them, I know you want to automate it and you want to get them to do it all on their own. But if they're not tech savvy, which most businesses aren't, they won't use it. And then they'll just say, well, I haven't used it and I want to cancel.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I've got about, 6 or 7 agencies that we started a mastermind with. And we chat every couple of weeks about, how to improve what we're doing. And everybody has what they have onboarding, whether it's group onboarding or they're, as soon as somebody signs up, they have someone on their team call them, schedule an onboarding time, get all their information, get stuff set up in the system, do that. Just because high level is a beast, and you still have to set up, like, you have to set up the email, you have to set up a domain name, you have to set up A2P, so getting that information. And then with loyalty and rewards here too, we want to get their contact list. How can we get that? Hopefully they know how to export it themselves, sorry. But then we also have to fill out, how many points are we giving? Is it just a point per dollar type thing, and that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
so I know it's definitely time consuming to try and schedule that stuff in, but I would suggest trying to do that. And then we use a thing called Paperform too, which just is like it just basically generates a PDF with the details that customers are giving us. But from my experience with the number of restaurants and businesses we've worked with, they still don't, even if we give them that paper form, which asks them, how many points do you want to give for this? How many points do you want to give for that? What do you want to do for this? What do you want to do for that? What do you want to do for an offer? Stuff like that. They don't know. They don't know the answer to any of those questions.
Yep.
So they're still looking to us to be like advisors on that once we set them up, and then they get more familiar with it, and then they can run things. But depends on what their level of like expertise is. I think gift baskets and decorations would be a good candidate for referrals for sure.
Yeah. So that's what Miss Nelvin's business is. The lady that I
Yeah,
was talking.
even the promotions of like, hey, because lots of times they'll like pre-make all that kind of stuff too, right? And you could set them up with a store inside of High Level, even if she's not selling stuff online. Yet you can set them up with a store inside of High Level so that they can.
Wow, didn't know that.
Oh yeah,
That's awesome.
there's a whole
I like
e-commerce
that.
store.
That would be great for her.
There's a whole e-commerce store inside of High Level now. It's getting better and better.
Wow. Danica, that would definitely help her.
Yeah.
Yep. So let's get it started. Let's go with it because she's waiting.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay, cool. Well, I hope that answers some of your questions about it.
Thank you.
It does.
Definitely, yeah, it's definitely, you run into some bottlenecks with getting stuff from the customer themselves. I don't have a really good solution on here's how you can make it super simple. No, other than you send someone to their office and get the list themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because some people will be able to just export those customers out, and especially if he has them in a few different places, I like the idea of talking to his son and being like, hey, can you help us out with this? Because you could just send him a message like every couple days being like, hey, we need that list. And yeah, but I've talked with people like who are doing stuff for chiropractors and all types of businesses, and they're like, he's like, I don't know, they've been paying $700 a month for the last 4 months, but they still haven't got me a list of their customers. Or you know what I mean? Like they still haven't got me, and they know it's on them, but they keep paying the bill and they're like, oh, I'm gonna get to it. But
Yeah.
we want to get them set up as quickly as possible. Because yeah, if you think about it though, right? I try to, maybe we're charging them a few $100s a month, a couple $100s a month to be in the system. But over the course of the year, if they're with us just for 12 months, that's $2,400 to $3,600. that they'll pay, right?
Right.
They're gonna pay for that's for using your system. So um so it's worth spending a little bit of time or just trying to figure out what's going to be the best way for you guys to do your onboarding that way to get those businesses set up. um it'll probably be doing some stuff on your own to start, and then getting some people trained on your team so that you can at least do the onboarding. Hey, okay, awesome, we sold you on this. Now I'm going to get you in touch with our onboarding expert, and he or she will get you set up in the system, right? But then they also need to know, they're going to need to know, yeah, how many points, and then just make suggestions. Okay, like, hey, we're going to do a point per dollar kind of thing, essentially, just to keep things simple, or whatever. And then you go through and you get that set up. It'd be good to brainstorm more things like that about how we can do it. But
So two things. Lastly, I heard you mention the mastermind group. Is that something you started, or that's something you're a part of?
I started it with another agency owner that, or like another high level agency guy kind of thing. So we're just it's just a small group that we meet every couple weeks, and they're very um discerning about who they want to let in. We were having a discussion about this on Wednesday because people wanted to bring some other people in, and they're like, no, this is
Yeah,
our group. You
yeah,
have to,
yeah.
these people have to be vetted before we bring them in, and whatever. So we ended up kicking somebody off the chat at the thing. But yeah, they're all people who are either building stuff for high level inside of high level, or they've got they're fairly long way along in their SaaS
So
journey.
it's safe to say those guys are pretty much experts.
Yeah, they like, we've got like James Hurst is in there with us, Jacob Radcliffe, like a bunch of other people who build a lot of marketplace stuff, but then also do marketing and all that kind of thing. And then yeah, I've got like there's a bunch of other guys in there, or a few other guys for sure, who are yeah, quite expert in running their thing, their agencies, but we all have the same questions still. You know what I
Okay.
mean? It's interesting, and I don't mind relaying any of the information, that I get, that we learn from there, like what everyone else is kind of doing. And that's where I'm saying people are still doing the these guys who have, they're all going for the 100 SaaS awards, and get their 100 agencies or 100 businesses signed up and stuff like that. And so they don't have hundreds and hundreds of ones, but we're all growing and building, right? So same as you guys. And really, when it comes to onboarding, that's a big discussion that we had on Wednesday, is like, what are we doing for onboarding, and how are we, making sure everybody gets the training, and how do we get people to stick around is the thing. Because once you start getting, that number of clients, you have to deal with churn as well, people coming on and dropping off, right? And then what are the reasons people are dropping off? So some people, everyone's going to a point where they want to offer more coaching, more, well, not everyone, but that's kind of the discussion, is where we need to keep people engaged with the system, and keep them using the system. Because a lot of people will come in and they'll just do the very minimum of what they can do in the system, and that might be good enough for them. And then we talked about training too, and a lot of these agencies have gone out and created all their own training as well, like for high level, right? So they've all done all their white label training, and then they say, yeah, but the problem is, like, you get 10% of the people who actually watch it. 10% of the people who actually go through the training. So the ones who do stick around, but then how do we make sure everybody gets the biggest benefit from it? And that's where lots of them have twice a week calls where they're with their clients on how to use the system, answering any tech support questions, similar to what we're doing here too. and then bumping it up to with additional training. I know one guy is going with they just hired a bunch of coaches and they're in their real estate niche and they're doing more they're going to move them also into like a high ticket coaching program too. So yeah, a bunch of different options there, but it's a lot of the same questions, just kind of how do we keep people around and how do we get people set up most efficiently
Yeah.
so that they
How,
don't want to churn.
how's the launch pad? Is it
Launch Lab?
launch lab? How's
Yeah.
like we got to get in there.
Yeah,
How,
it's been really good. So Mondays we've been having some really good discussions. And then Wednesdays we've been either having discussions or um just kind of doing like a get stuff done, get shit done, spend some time and actually spend some time and actually work on your agency, so pick a task that you're going to work on for an hour, work on it, and then if you have any questions around that, if you need some assistance or guidance or anything like that, shoot some message, like let's chat about it as well. So kind of just like an open office hours type thing on Wednesdays, but they've both been really good. Yeah, a lot of fun doing it.
How did we get a part of that?
that's
Yeah, so I have an older link, but it's and I'm gonna update what we're talking about, but you can go to, I think it's just agencylaunchlab.com, and it's $100 right now per month to join, and we're just uh launchlab.com. I've got an older, oh, that was setting it to Sam. It's an older video that's on there from last month, but you get an idea. Basically, we're meeting every Monday, and just chatting about everything that's going on, talking about sales, talking about copywriting. We put a bunch of content in there. Chandel did a training, threw some training in there on Facebook ads, how to run Facebook ads, how to do that kind of stuff. We talked about there's more Mondays more like mindset and systems, talking about those things, getting out there, getting stuff done. And then Wednesday is more of a discussion about what we're working on and what are we accomplishing for the week, kind of thing.
so is
Yeah.
it ongoing or is
Yeah.
like okay, so it's not like a session and then you have another group session, then another group, so it's ongoing. So if we came in now, it like what we would be behind or like are we
You can get access to we're the Monday trainings that we're going through. We've been keeping them fairly simple, not putting a lot of information out there, so you're not going to be like really behind on anything. But you can look through and you can always go back to the training. So the idea is that we're drop training into the training portal, and then you can have a look at it, and then we can have discussions and talk about if you have any questions or stuff like that, what to do next, that kind of thing. We're talking about all that kind of stuff in there. So it's more like sales and systems and just like agency stuff too, like copywriting, understanding your customer, asking questions, very similar to what we did in those 5-day challenges, the 5-day challenge and the 21-day challenge. Similar content to that, just kind of ongoing, just to make sure that we're all keep moving forward.
Is that how we access the training portal?
No, that is so Agency Launch Lab is a different thing from our Power Tools or Loyalty and Rewards. So the Agency Launch Lab is like a ongoing kind of group mastermind coaching type thing that we're doing. And that's every Monday and Wednesday. And for the training portal for Loyalty and Rewards and all that, you can get to that through the back end of our back end dashboard. If you go to admin, no, not admin, sorry, training resources, you'll see Smart Scripts training there, and then you can go over to that, and that'll take you over there, or those loyalty and rewards. And I just put that SOP doc for setting up the whole reward system in here now too, with Canva graphics and slide deck and stuff like that in there too.
Yeah,
so that's how you'd access that. But yeah, if you guys want to join us on the Agency Launch Lab stuff, I would recommend it. It's a good little group.
Okay. And if we don't have login, how do we set
Oh,
login?
here, if you don't have, oh yeah, because it probably would have gone through Dre there.
Right.
I'll set you up. I'll send you a link to it. Where, let me find it here. Yeah, so this link here will get you more training. It's got essentially the training for like smart reviews and stuff like that. So let's just see here. Oh, I'll copy this link. Yeah, if you're not in the training portal there, it says smart reviews, but it's just because it was the original training portal that we set up 2 years ago, and then we just keep adding more of the more training in there. And that's more of the technical side of setting stuff up. But let's go to here. So the agency launch lab thing that Scola was talking about is this. So this is more of an ongoing training. I got to update this because the first call was Monday, May 27th, and I think we're on the fourth call right now. But we did we did Facebook ads, we did fundamentals, we did some copywriting stuff, and then we talked about a little bit about local prospecting here on Monday. And then I got to we got to update either this or send out emails with what's going on for the next month here.
Okay.
Yeah. And
I
yeah,
appreciate that because I'm really, I had a sub agency with Dre.
Yeah.
But they're kind of making me I need to be the expert on this.
Okay.
So I can help them to train and teach other people.
Yeah.
So as
and then
much
you
as I
have
can
you have your
learn,
whole restaurant group kind of thing,
right,
your website and all that kind of stuff too.
And that'll be the example, right? And I'll be able to learn it and then help them to teach other people this aspect of it. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
And I will tell you this, just so it comes from somebody outside of Jason, because he's supposed to sell it. I will say that the 5-day challenge that we went through, I don't think you were a part of it.
I wasn't.
The jewels that was dropped, the support that he and Shan gave, Danica could attest to this. It was just awesome, and that's why I'm knowing that we need to get a part of that the launch lab because the support is just tremendous.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that a lot. Yeah, I don't I'm not the best at tuning my own horn sometimes there, but yeah, it's just a lot of fun, and we love talking about everyone with everything that they're doing. And then for us, I've had an agency for 19 years. I started as a web design, graphic designer type thing, and then I went out on my own and I was working for like Penguin Publishing and a bunch of different authors and stuff. And then we got more into ClickFunnels, doing direct response marketing. Then we grew a pretty big fitness industry or fitness agency, and then COVID killed that. So then we pivoted and we're working with local businesses again. So that's kind of our experience over the last 20 years. We owned a number of hair salons. Too. Chandel was a platform artist. She used to travel around US and Canada speaking on stage and teaching people how to run their salon and do hair and all that kind of thing. And and then we also we grew a number of hair salons and we had a photo business and stuff like that too before we kind of had kids. But and then now as we have kids, we do this mostly full time, or we do this full time, which is our agency slash just kind of growing where we need to grow. So if you want to check it out, I give you access to that 5-day challenge in there too. I think the 5-day challenge training and everything is all inside of the mastermind, or inside of the launch lab training portal as well. So that's a separate portal from the Smart Scripts one. But It's really good. Yeah, I'd love to see you guys in there.
Okay. All right.
Another-
Thank you for that endorsement.
Oh, no problem, man.
Thank you.
I put my name on it too. So yeah, you'll find some jewels in there, man. But Jason, I wanted to ask you, for as far as the UI of the back end portal and the leaderboards and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Possible to like brand that to Go Systems, like the colors and stuff like that?
Yeah, so I'm adding in it's one of the things near the top of my list here is adding a CSS page to the back of like inside of Smart Reviews. So I haven't done it yet, but I've been thinking about how we're going to implement that. So under Smart Scripts in rewards here, having like a custom CSS button, or maybe it's under settings or something like that. Not sure where I'll put it yet, but have a custom CSS button. Click that, give you some sections where you can update the CSS on those pages, probably just one for the leaderboard. And then you can put in whatever custom CSS you want for changing the colors of the header and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Right now I'm in the process of getting the whole dashboard and all customized to Go Systems branding.
Yeah.
And I want to see if there's an opportunity to so everything matched as they go through it, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll start with the CSS box, and then you can put in custom CSS there. We'll save it out and then test it out and load it inside of the leaderboard, so you can change the color and hopefully other things too. So we'll have to, you know, I'll give you access to it. I'll put it together, and then you can play around with it and let me know. You know, it'd be cool if we could do this too or whatever.
Yeah, because I got a guy on the team right now that's pretty good with that.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, probably won't take me much to do it. Let me go today or tomorrow. Let's see if we can get that done.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, no, there's yeah, I know that I've got 2 other people asking for it as well. So that's why it's on the list here, so you can change things up. All right, cool. Well,
You
yeah.
had anything?
No, I don't have anything.
All right. Okay, well, I appreciate you guys so much, and I'm glad you guys are on here. Make my Thursday going really good so far. I like it.
Thank you.
Yeah, so if you guys have any more questions, yeah, well, we'll call it for today. And you guys have a great weekend. Go sign up for that agency launch lab. I think you guys will enjoy being in there, and I know we'd enjoy having you guys in there for sure. And yeah, we'll just keep, like always, just moving forward, right? Keep getting stuff done.
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome.
Thank you, man. You have a great weekend as well.
Y'all have a
you.
good day.
All right.